Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw General Grievous from Star Wars. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. For those of you that are going to stick around, we got a big one ahead of us. I'm going to get started with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, I'm going to try to make this quick because there's a lot of detail in him that we have to avoid. And when I say avoid, I mean there's just a lot and it's going to take us forever. So I'm trying to consolidate, try to make it easier. That kind of thing. Because, yeah, like I said, it's a lot of robot parts. So, that being said, let's see what we can do here. Now, the nice thing is, because it's robot parts, there's only so much that we can draw, because we can't draw every single little detail. But again, because it's robot parts, it is very intricate. So I'm going to try to make it work. And let's see. This one was requested by Monica Bajaj Chaldry, Dracon Play, and Clay Life. Hopefully I pronounced those correctly, and I'm going to try to give out shout-outs to people that requested, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm small enough that I can do it now, so we'll see. Alright, so let me try to give him some awesome arms here. The other trick is how to position his arms, because, you know, originally I drew him just, you know, there, but then I kind of looked at pictures and looked at what he was doing, and the position you put them in is very it looks really cool in certain positions, in certain ones it doesn't. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So it was really cool to draw like this spider looking arm, you know, out, and give him like I said, like a spread out spider. That's the best way to say it, because any other way, just a normal position, it didn't quite do it. It wasn't quite what I was looking for. So I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna use my ruler on this too, just to try to get the positioning right. But the other thing is too, because we're breaking his arms up, they're going to be a little thin, a little lackluster as far as detail, because once it's broken up, they have to go for they have to go for certain looks to keep it nice and thin, to match like when they're close together, you know. So it loses a little bit, but we'll make it work. And I guess here's going to be the other tricky part, is how much detail I can put into him. Again, without putting detail into him, you know? Okay. I guess stylizing, that's really what's going to be the trick. And I may just jump straight into it without erasing, because a lot of this is just a quick sketch I just did real fast just to get the placement down, and then the detail is going to be with the Sharpie, and there's not going to be a lot of erasing I'm going to need to do. Let me see. Because like I said, it's a lot of sketch. Just sketch, sketch. Okay, so let's see. Let's put his lightsaber. Let's do this one. Let's see. This one's going to be out like this. I'm going to go ahead and use a straight edge real fast. just to guide me. That means I'm going to want to do this one like that. Okay, and so these are going to go out like that. And let's see. Now this one we'll have to do down at an angle too. And hope we don't fall off the page here. Alright, so I think that might be it. I think that's all I can do because there's so much intricate detail with the parts that it's almost kind of pointless to draw that in with the pencil. Like I should just go straight to Sharpie and start working there because I think I've got the sketch. I think I've got all I need right here. Let me erase some of these lines, but I can't erase too much because, like I said, it's ready to go. And I don't want to lose just the sketch part, you know. Here, I'll erase some of the straight edge that I did there, but I'm going to leave enough to guide me. Like, look, I'm not even drawing a lightsaber there because, again, it's just going to detail. I'm just going to detail it with the Sharpie. Okay, so I think that's good. Let me welcome everybody that skipped. And we'll take off. See what we can do. All right. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left myself enough to guide me and get us going. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen because there's going to be a lot of intricate details, but mostly in the face, that I can control better with the pen. So I'm going to start off with his face. He's looking right at you, and then his body's kind of hunched over. So let's go ahead and draw his head and get the detail in there and get going. So I'm going to draw his eyes like this, making sure I've got him, you know, in the right position that I want. Something like this. And look, they're not perfect. They're not exactly right on each other, but that's okay. No big deal. I'm going to go ahead and draw the actual part of the eye. That's just the eye holes, right? Here's the actual eye. I drew it a little big, so I have room for like a little line for his eye, just like that. One little line. There we go. I'm not going to draw anything else in there because I'm going to let color take care of that. I'm just going to use this as my guide. So for the side of his head, I'm going to go ahead and draw this together so I kind of match it, get it close to each other. I'm just going to draw that shape of his mask. And I'm going to add a little bit of detail, but I'm also going to make it thicker too to match what's about to happen with the big Sharpie. Okay, let's see. So it's going to go up, hit his dome, come down for his head, and look, it's not perfect. One side's a little bit more round, one's a little bit more smooth, so I'm just going to play around with the line like this, see if I can even it out. And if I don't, no big deal. I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and do the lines. Normally, I'm going to leave a lot to leave for color. Like, no. Let's go ahead and do it. I was going to say like the mouth, but I want to do the mouth too. Let's go ahead and draw those lines in his head. Just kind of up like this. It kind of defines him as Grievous, right? Now there's 4 little marks like this. If you can fit them in, great. If not, don't worry about it. No big deal. Just fit in what you can. There you go. And see how this one's over more? No big deal. That's a mistake, but I don't care. Doesn't bother me. Alright, so for his ear holes, let's do... I'm going to kind of do something like this. Same thing on the other side. And luckily, I drew him looking right at you. So you can pretty much mirror whatever you're doing to get that look. Okay, so for his ears, or the little flappy doodles that are hanging off his head, whatever those are, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And again, I'm trying to do both of them at the same time so I can kind of match the whole look. And then I'm going to come in like that. Let's see, I'm trying to gauge what's going to look best. So I'm going to, let's do this. Something like that. That way I'll know how far in I have to go and what's good and what's not. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue this line all the way down like this. And the same thing, kind of pretend like it's going through and coming down like that. Okay, that way I can bring this back up and go up like this. All right. Cool, so we've defined pretty much his face, the look of him, so from here on out it's robot parts. That's all we're gonna do. Now I'm not gonna worry about the intricate stuff inside of him. I'm gonna do some, but like I was talking about in the sketch, there are so many little intricate things, especially his organs and whatnot inside. We can't do that. We don't have time, or we won't just be able to do it. It's just too much. So I've got him hunched over, so his neck piece is gonna be kind of behind his head. So we just gotta imagine that it's going back there. And we'll say it's coming out like this. Same thing, it's coming out like this. That's where they're gonna meet. And I'm gonna put them down here in the middle. That's where the middle of it is. Like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw the thickness of it. Something like this. Okay. And for the inside, and I think this is what I'll do. I want to do the main white armor parts and then draw a little bit of stuff inside for the intricate organs and things like that, and wires and all that kinds of crazy stuff. But this will help us define the main body parts that kind of define his entire look, you know? And then we'll come back and add some extra detail just to make it stand out. Okay, we're gonna say it's kind of tucked in under here. It's not, but again, he's at an angle that we can kind of say it is. Something like that. We'll say that's underneath this neck piece. Okay. Let's see, what else can we do here? Okay, so from here, his waist is going to be this little intricate piece that's again full of chunks of things. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see how I can do this. Okay. Wow, this is going to be pretty tricky. So I'm just going to kind of consolidate and kind of make up that it's going to be kind of made out of these pieces. Alright, again, there's a whole lot in here, so I'm going to try to stop from saying that over and over again, but there is a whole lot in there that it's almost going to be impossible to try to draw every single little thing. But I will give us enough. I will play around with it that we can, you know, say that these are robot parts. And kind of show all the intricate parts of him. So, let's see, his organs are going to be in here. And I'm just going to kind of do little things like this just to kind of consolidate and define a few things. So it's not just floating nothingness, you know? So also like this, I'm going to draw some thick lines just to kind of define a few parts, and we'll go from here. So for his neck, we'll just go ahead and do something like this. Oh, there's a line right there, a line right there. Let's see, there's one here, one there. Okay. Okay, so for his neck and all these tubes and parts and all this stuff, I'll just go ahead and do a few little things, kind of like this, and see if I can define a few major parts. But again, we're not drawing everything. And I don't think it'll look good if we do either. It'll look really messy. Like there, it's starting to get all confusing. Once I add color, that's going to help. But it's starting to get confusing with so many little things in there. And it's now starting to look, it looks now like we're drawing muscles. Like without, like skin, a body without skin. You see the musculature? That's what it's starting to look like. So it's going to help that we're going to kind of limit what we're doing here. Let's draw the top arms and then we'll do the bottom arms. So I'm going to draw, again, the armor is really going to help us out, and I'm just going to kind of define a few pieces, and here's where I'm going to start to break it up into other stuff, because I'm not going to mirror him the entire way. We are going to break it up. Asymmetry is better than symmetry because it kind of stands out as to make it unique and different. So I'm going to break up some of the parts. Find a good picture here to make sure I'm doing the right stuff here. Yeah. And draw it a little different. So I think I'm going to stop from each side to side, and I'm just going to continue from here. So again, let me find. I got like a really good picture of him, just like all sides. So I'm kind of going by that, and that's what I'm looking at for detail. What to pull from. Okay, so let's see, let's draw this arm back. And again, this is what I was talking about in the sketch too, that it's pretty much gonna be flappy parts just hanging out all over the place. So we're just gonna draw robot parts, okay? So it's kind of forgiving that we kind of get away with just drawing, well, it's just a stick here and a stick there, and you know, this is where it continues and this is where it touches, stuff like that. Because also, look, when his arm splits, like the two little things that he's got there, each one disappears, so it no longer looks like a cool little two thing, it just looks like one stick, you know? So, that being said, let's do something like this. And I'm just kind of shaping it differently, just to kind of give it like robot parts. And then adding like the little wing type thing that's on one side. Okay. So I'm going to try to hurry up and do this and move around and do different stuff, because again, we're gonna lose time if I try to draw every single thing. And if I just add little things like this is gonna make it robotic, you know? Okay, so again, he's got a lightsaber here and half a hand that's holding it, and we're gonna draw basically a thumb and two digits. So let me draw a lightsaber and we'll go around it, or vice versa. Let me see. I gotta do the fingers first, right? So we're gonna do like that, and then we're gonna say the other ones are like this. Because the way it's wrapped around like that, all we're seeing are the points around the lightsaber. So I've sketched it out, so I'm just gonna kind of draw a generic handle that he's holding in that position, or in that direction. Whew, lost my words. Okay, something like that. There we go. Now, when I do a lightsaber, I'm going to do them all at the same time. I'm going to wait and show you what I do, how I do it. That's good for there. There we go. And then I'll show you all at the same time, okay? So let's do this arm here. This was back a little bit, so we're going to connect it with some of these like tubes and wires and stuff, and say that that's where this part goes, something like that. And then luckily we get to get away with, well, that's all we have to draw, because it's robot parts back behind it. So I'm going to do, again, the bottom half of this. in robot style. Okay, and oh, I guess the bottom. We'll do it on the other side. So again, see, I'm just kind of breaking it up by doing different robot things. It's not exactly what his looks like. It's not. I'm not gonna lie, but it will help us to make it look like it's a robotic arm. Okay, and so we'll do the other half of there, even though it's not exact. We'll go ahead and just do like that, just to say that's the other part of his little arm piece. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing he did there, just with the opposite, right? Because it's the thumb on this hand, but then it's like the thumb on this hand. So we kind of have to do the opposite here, and just leave room for the lightsaber. So I'm going to come down here, do something like this, and I've got my sketch of where my lightsaber is. So I'm going to, let's see, if I want it over, I'm going to do like that for that part, and then I'm going to do, right? Did I get it right? I think I do. Let's just do this. We're going to do that, right? Because that's going to be the other part, and then this one we're going to wrap around. We'll just say he holds it however he wants, right? We'll just say it like that. Okay, so that means I'm going to draw a lightsaber here. And again, I'm just making a generic lightsaber. Something like that. There we go. All right, so again, I'm gonna come back and I'll do the blade in a second. Let's work on this arm. Again, we got to get going because we got a lot to do. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to move fast. We're going to go just like we did there, just a bunch of crazy parts, and make them all floating, in so many words. And connect them together. Okay? So this one, same thing. I'm just going to bring it down and make... I'm going to try to do like the other one, but you know what? It's going to be a little different. And I'm okay with that. Alright, so this hand is going to be coming out like that. Draw the thumb over. The fingers are going to be over like this. That, holding the lightsaber. I'll add some detail in a second. I just want to get going with this. Okay, clean it up and add some uniqueness to it. So see how I went fast with that one? We're just gonna, I've explained it, now we're just gonna apply that to everything. Okay, good. Next arm down. We're gonna do, let's see. Wires and cables. See, this one's bent back, so we're going to close it like this, bring it towards this arm right here. This edge like that, connect it here, and let's see, and this one's gonna have the hand going like this, Did I do one over here? I did. We're going to do one there like that. Another one like that, holding generic looking lightsaber. There we go. Alright, so let me add some detail, then I'll show you how I draw a lightsaber. If you've seen before, if you've seen the other stuff I do, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Just basically drawing lines without connecting. That's kind of my thing. That's how I get away with making a lightsaber. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Okay, here we go. So what I did was I already sketched a line out, so I know the way I want to go. And what I like to do is make sure it's the same angle as the handle, because you don't want your handle going one way and then your lightsaber looking like that, and it doesn't look straight, you know. So what I try to do is I sketch it out, and now I'm gonna do the explosion, you know, and then I'm gonna draw, pick it up, and just kind of go down just to create like a light look. Like, basically, it doesn't have a hard edge. That's what I'm going for. Like that. Okay? Same thing in here. It sounds like I'm tooting, right? Just something like this. And then color is really going to make it stand out. But by doing that, we're drawing light. We're doing it to make it look like it's not a hard edge. It's the explosion of light coming out of it, you know? Something like that. It's a little thick, but that's okay. But that's also why I like drawing my line, so I can follow it with my eyeball and just kind of draw a line, something like this. And I'm following a straight enough line that it looks like a lightsaber, you know? Okay, so, sorry, my screen turned off here. Alright, so let's continue with his body. And again, we're just going to draw a whole bunch of shapes to kind of look like the feel of robot parts. Then I'm going to connect them with some pieces. Something like that. And just kind of build off of this. So remember, you don't have to draw exactly like I'm drawing. I'm just kind of guiding us with a rough idea of what Grievous looks like. Because again, there's so many little parts, it's almost impossible to draw everything. Okay, so let's see, for his leg here, I'm gonna do something like this. Then a couple of pieces. Almost look like bones. So let's see. Let's do one over here. This is going to do more of a side view. So let's do something like, okay, so I'm going to come down here and do this. Again, a lot of parts, so I'm not going to draw everything. I'm just kind of going by what they look like and just hoping it looks close enough. Okay. There we go. Let's see, then he's got his little knee pad. This one's going to be kind of in front. That. Something like that. Okay, and let's see, this one's going back, so I can't see it as much, but let's see. Again, a lot of intricate stuff, so I'm trying to give you enough that it looks like his legs. But again, okay, I know. I said I was going to stop doing that, but I'm saying it over and over again. There's a lot of parts here. So So that one I've got tilted way back, so that means his foot, I'm going to kick into it pretty thick like that, because that's this part. And this one I got more of an angle than this one, okay? And we'll add some more detail in a second. I just wanted to get the major parts in first, and then we'll add some extra, okay? Let's see, we're going to draw his toes. Something like this. And then there's the back ones that we can't see as much. So here we can see a little bit more. So something like that. Let's add some extra detail real fast just to break it up and make it a little special, so it's not just big bulky parts. You know, there are intricate things in here, so I'm just trying to give you a little bit of extras. Okay. And that's all that stuff. Let's see. Here, let's see what I can do. Oh, yeah, I forgot some major stuff on this one. Hang on. So, this one's got... Oh, no, that's the bottom part. Oops. Sorry. Ignore that. Don't do that, because that's what that was. This part is flat like that. Oops. That's okay. Yours is going to look right. Just keep yours doing what you're doing. Okay. That's what I was meaning to do. Something like that. Sorry. Alright, so there. I say we take care of the rest with color. So, that is General Grievous from Star Wars. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.